Hey y'all. I apologize for the horrible lighting right now. It's very sunny outside and dark in here. I'm just kind of dealing with that so I'm back. Hey y'all. It's Becca and I'm your friend and I'm here to discuss a very kind of intense and exciting and challenging conversation, a topic. And I'm doing it to prepare for um, that's like something I'm not supposed to say, so I definitely need to practice more. And ooh, whoops, uh, that's different. But this first episode that I've confronted the production company with is about freedom. I know I talk about that a lot. It's very important to, you know, where I am today. Even though I'm kind of in, encaged, I still feel as free as I can. And so, what each episode in the real podcast that will be produced in September, I kind of have a outline of how it's going to look. It's going to benefit. Geez, am I talking fast enough? Um, I'm trying to follow the notes that were given to me, so we'll see how I do. Um, but the first episode, I also have a horrible memory. I could never be an actress unless I did a movie where I had no lines, which would be really cool. Um, So that's why I have to read this quote off of my phone, which will continue to happen each episode, even if it's like 5 words, kind of embarrassing. This one's a little longer, so I feel better about myself, if you know what I mean. So here we go. Let's start kind of the episode and work through the body of it and wrap it up with that affirmation. The quote is: freedom is empowerment. It is the escape of agony, a breakthrough into new perspective, a power existing in all that we fight for, a release of entrapment, and a surrender to the torture of mind, body, and soul. Um, so I know there's a lot of things going on in this quote, and some of my quotes in different episodes are much more simplistic. This first one is kind of powerful in many ways. Um, I'd like to talk about empowerment, power, and powerful. And they all kind of it transcends, and there is an understanding to me anyway of you know the the danger as well as the fulfillment that those things can bring to our lives. And I think that has a lot to do with just innately who we are. I feel empowered with the work I've done, with the life I've gotten through, with who I am, who I'm becoming. But you know, there's a lot of people who embrace power um, in a place of, ego. Um, and that can transcend into very, as I said, like dangerous thoughts and emotions, which can, when acted on, become, you know, a bad situation. If there is truly power within this person, because there are plenty of people out there who have an ego, who are overconfident, and that is what it is. But if you are somehow, in the spotlight and have that perspective, guess who I'm talking about? Um, Presidential stuff. That can be bad. And then there's powerful, and um, I feel powerful um, in a way that transcends back to empowerment. And I think um, that's another perspective in the opposite direction, too, where that can be really harmful to ourselves, to others. So, you know, I think we try to escape insecurity, and people do that in different ways. I've escaped most of my life by running a million miles per hour, and I think I had a lot of insecurity and confusion in that way. And then on the other side of it, there's still confusion, even though there may be a more confident presence. Um, so there's escape, there's surrender, and there's release. People feel really stuck a lot of the time, really trapped at that moment. Like, you know, well, I guess I'm not. I'm on a, I'm on, it doesn't matter. Anyways, um, I believe, and this was something that has come to me as of like, surrender is a form of just pure death. And I've always used the word surrender about myself. And in some ways that's true, but I'm working towards the idea of release and riding that wave. And, it's just, there's a sense of peace and contentment that I hear in the word release, much more than surrender or escape. um, escape is mental confusion, really. I've been there too, pretty much in all this stuff. Um, and, we lose ourselves to escape. Um, and that can be really scary. And we surrender to pain and to fear and to love. And that's why I say, like, that's a form of really, losing part of yourself. And that's why I said death. Like, surrender is death. Um, but, you know, flowing alongside release. And, it's a cycle, it's a wave, and it's part of everyone's life. And that's a goal for myself that I have high hopes of achieving throughout a very fast-paced life, filled with many difficulties and hardships as life is. Um, anyways, freedom is release. And as I said, release is a form of consistency and persistence because these things hit us, and many people escape, many people, part of them die, they surrender. um, so I think we don't have control over what our minds and emotions will do to us. um, Definitely not me, because I ended up on like the moon. But I think, we can, manipulate our minds as much as possible to react to our emotions and thoughts in a completely different way. Like impulsivity and, all of that, like, can be changed. And I know that, trust me. So that's really wonderful news. So to wrap up this podcast by me, Becca Bloom, um, I'm going to give us all an affirmation to think about. And it is I'm grateful for the life I have while pursuing the life I desire. So, thank you guys. Until next time, which may be sooner than you think. Okay, bye. It's Becca, your friend.